Okay, yesterday I was slightly confused about the use of mipmapping. Mipmapping is basically where you have a texture and you've defined different sizes for the same image. And hopefully, since you've defined it yourself, you can have an image that is half the size, which is more clear than if the computer just automatically stretches the pixels while it's drawing them. In other words, if it doubles the pixel size or shrinks the pixel size, it's just going to go through and use some simple mathematical algorithm to shrink or expand what the pixels look like. If you're using mipmaps, it's going to use hopefully a better algorithm. We can see what that looks like. This is our original algorithm. We save it. We grab a new image. And notice it's reasonably clear when the camera is only 3 away. Let's double that to 6 away and do it. It's looking a little bit unclear. Put it at 9. And it's looking even more unclear. So let's put it back at 3. Now let's paste in a line of code, which I happen to know works, and comment out that line of code. Save it. This line says set the minimum texture filter with an algorithm called GL linear mipmap linear. And basically you'll see what that does just by us recreating that particular image. Looks about the same. Let's put it at 6. Do it. Still legible actually at 6 camera units away. Let's put it at 9. It's no longer really legible, but at least it still looks like text. Remember before it was kind of that cruddy looking blotchy stuff. And in fact, we'll go back and let you see what I mean by cruddy looking blotchy stuff. Here's before with the original mipmap, and here's after with the linear, which doesn't do any mipmapping. Notice how blotchy it is. So we are doing mipmapping when we have a value like GL linear mipmap linear set. Oh, by the way, if you set this equal to GL false, save it. There's no change, except of course you see it's blotchy. On the other hand, if you were to try to force it to use mipmapping with the generate mipmaps automatically set to false, it would complain, or not complain, it just wouldn't work right. It wouldn't do anything. It would create a white texture rather than the texture we really wanted. So let's set that back to true. GL true is a certain value that the OpenGL recognizes as true. And let's do it again. Let's create a new texture. And there's a nice texture. So you can see how easy it is to play and experiment and learn more about what the various options of OpenGL do. We could, of course, have created a nice user interface with little check boxes and radio buttons and everything else, so we could have gone through all these different combinations of all these values. There's 6 or 8 of them just for this particular option alone, and we could have seen what all of them do. And I may do that later on and put that out on the web so people can just sit there and click and see what the various options do. But you get the idea.